What it do? It's DOA back with another episode of Putting Shit Together. Today we talking about new Joe Budden. Joe Buttons, nigga. And man, I guess it's kind of long overdue. And I really don't like having to talk about niggas, man. Cause I want all niggas to shine. I really do. I really do. But, I hear a lot of people say that. A lot of men say that. And it kind of comes off as suckery because if there is niggas that are doing fuck shit, it's almost our responsibility to speak truth to power, bro. You know what I'm saying? We can't just go around ignoring shit and we want to clap for niggas so bad that we'll clap for goofball ass niggas who is fucking poisoning the culture, poisoning our society. So it's almost like, strong niggas, man, we have a responsibility to stand on business and speak the truth. Speaking truth to power, bro. That's part of walking in Christ. Because Christ, Yeshua always spoke the truth. And I'm sure it was a lot of niggas he with, man, I want this nigga to shine, man. I ain't gonna be the one to talk about the nigga. And I never talk about nobody if it ain't worth it. But niggas with big ass platforms that's influencing a lot of people, they must be checked. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be. I'm sorry. You nigga can say I'm hating, but hey, you'll just be saying that shit because it ain't no validity to it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, this is case in point with Joe Budden himself, because P. Diddy, when he was going through all of his shit, Joe Budden took it upon himself to come out speaking on how wrong P. Diddy was and, bashing the nigga, dragging the nigga through the mud for what he did. But he act like he didn't do the same thing. He wasn't mentioning himself. He wasn't making no apologies for what he did to women. You know what I'm saying? Which is very similar to what P. Diddy did. So League of Shadows, man, we gonna speak on that shit, man. We gonna speak on it when we gonna stand on the shit. You feel me? So thing is, Joe Budden got a lot of allegations from, I think, his last three baby mamas, last three relationships or whatever. Three of his ex-girlfriends have accused him of domestic violence, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna go ahead and get into one of the allegations. Then we gonna pick back up and we gonna touch on this shit. But let's go ahead and listen to. This is Esther Baxter. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Did anybody ever come to you and say, hey, Joe Budden's crazy, kooky, or he's abused people in the past or anything like that?
No, I mean, I heard rumors, but this was like after the fact of us already, being in love and living together, for that matter.
You guys were sort of already there once.
We were already together, yeah.
Okay. In his track, he said that you cheated on him with a football player.
I thought wise old girl sucking off Derek Ward for.
Have you ever cheated on Joe, or?
I've never cheated on him. I've been completely loyal to him, nothing but good to him, the entire relationship.
In the track, in the audio, he also talks about you having a miscarriage.
At first you resemble my twin. Fast forward, you gave me identical twins, but then you lost it. Honestly, that murked my soul.
Did you really have a miscarriage?
Yes, I did. I had a miscarriage as a result of some actions that he decided to take.
So what were those actions?
I mean, we were having an argument. We were having an argument about inappropriate behavior on Twitter, him being inappropriate with other women on Twitter. Basically, I mean, we got into an argument, and he, kind of just went into a rage and started throwing my stuff down the stairs, my clothes and shoes and everything. down the stairs. He's telling me to get out, and I just went into another room and just closed the door, locked the door, and he didn't like that. He came over and kicked the door down, came into the room, grabbed me by my ankles and yanked me out of the bed multiple times, and just basically ended up choking me so I couldn't breathe, slamming me up against the door, like in the closet doors. I told him that if he didn't stop, I was going to call the police. So he, in an attempt to grab my phone from me, he threw me on the floor, wrestling with me, and ended up just throwing me on my back and grabbing me by my wrist and sitting on my stomach for half an hour while I was 3 months pregnant.
So I hemmed you up, wasn't what I aimed to do. I ain't attack you, bitch, I was restraining you.
Did you call the police in that situation, or?
Yeah, I called the police as soon as he let me go. When he let me up, I called the police and just packed some stuff and left the house. And went to the hospital where I found out that I lost our daughter.
So you did file charges against him?
Yes. Yeah. He was arrested that night.
It was the incident with Joe, the fight that you guys had at that particular moment that made you have the miscarriage?
Yes.
You guys knew if you were having a boy or a girl, or?
Not at the moment of the fight. We didn't know. I found that out when I found out that I was miscarrying.
What are you doing to move past the whole situation with Joe?
In all honesty, I started by dropping the charges against him. I dropped all the charges against him because I didn't want any of this to get out. I didn't want this situation to go public. I didn't want to have a public trial. It was already embarrassing enough that this has happened to me. And I never in my freaking life thought that I would ever be abused. And furthermore, that I would lose a child because of it. Mm-hmm. So in order for it to not go public, I dropped all the charges with the agreement and understanding that neither of us was ever going to talk about it. But seeing as how he decided to put out all of our business in a song, and he, heard that I heard that he's talking about the fact that he killed our daughter on this song.
I can't believe that it happened. I lost my unborn daughter when we fought. I'm thinking I killed Aspen, and that's when I thought that we'd be dead a while.
And so I felt like it was my responsibility to let everybody know what actually happened, the truth of what happened. I didn't cheat on him.
So you can hear right there what Esther Baxter said happened. And I actually heard Joe Budden in an interview with what's the dude's name? Charlemagne the Fraud. He pretty much said that this is what happened.
Well, Joe, you got so much good material.
No.
If you got girls out there accusing you of beating them up, like how can you not use that?
That's horrible. That one in particular is horrible.
But all I did was play those clips. Like, here, Joe, let's exhibit A, B, C.
Esther Baxter should never be a point of reference for anything that happens in the universe.
But you came up here and you said you sat under her breast. You didn't say, she said you sat on her stomach. You say you sat under her breast. I played that clip too.
Yeah, I also said I was getting attacked.
What she said. He tried to downplay it a little bit. Let me see if it's up in there.
What is the story? Tell me.
Something about you hiding under the bed.
That's the greatest story ever told.
Tell us.
You can tell that story. I probably tell it better.
No, I would rather hear you tell it.
So what happened? You was hiding under Tahiri's bed.
You was hiding under Tahiri's bed.
No, real quick, because I know I've been here for a while. Slaughterhouse May 15th,
okay.
By the way. I'm going to say this and I'm going to exit, only because I think it's a really funny story. I'm not embarrassed or ashamed about it. But I was out of town. This was months ago, like a lot of months ago. I was out of town, and I was texting Tahiri, and she wasn't responding. And I hit her and I said, you know what, fam? And I think men can relate to this. I hit her and I said, you know what? You lucky I'm on tour. Because if I was home, I'd pop up right in your house. I swear to God, just as soon as you walk in, I'd be there. And she hit me back, F you. sucked, bad, you know, all of that. So I got off tour and I was bored. And I checked Twitter and she was out and away. Just, girls make it so, I'm over here doing this. All right, great. So I went to the crib and I walked in and I put my little key in the door. And
you still got a key?
I had a key.
Oh, okay.
I laid it down. You know what I mean? But anyways, I walked in. I checked for any sense of men.
Yeah, any condoms and trash cans.
I checked for all of that because you might walk in with a man and that could get ugly.
Absolutely.
But there was none of that. So I sat down in front of her desktop and there was a private video that she was working on. I guess it's an acting movie or whatever. So I text her about the clip, thinking that she would put 2 and 2 together and say, "Oh snap, this dude's in my crib."
Yeah.
That didn't happen. So she didn't get that. She didn't even respond. So to sum it up, I thought I heard her voice coming. So I did what any logical man would do, and I went behind the door.
Right.
So when she opened the door, it's like, "Ha!
Right.
I'm here."
In Jersey.
Oh, man.
So
Okay.
I'm standing behind the door for however long.
Now, this was in Jersey or the Bronx?
I'm not going to give out anybody's address or nothing like that. But I was standing behind the door, and she never came, and I was standing there for about 10 minutes. So I said, you know what? I done smoked mad cigs in her crib. I said, you know what? I'm going to just go hide under the bed.
Right.
So when she comes, I'm going to know what's really.
So this was about his other baby moms, where you done broke into the crib. Well, I guess you can't say broke in because he used the key, but you in there hiding out, staked out under the chick bed. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't even a one. He actually talks about what he did with Esther Baxter. And he says himself that he drug out of the bed. He drug out of the bed. She's pregnant. You drag a chick out of the bed while she's sleeping onto the floor, and you ends up choking her up and fucking sitting on her stomach. He said he didn't sit on her stomach. He sat underneath her breast. But nigga, what the fuck is underneath a breast but a stomach? You know what I'm saying? That's where your child is resting. And you set your ass down on her. You know what I'm saying? And then want to act like this is not abuse, bruh. Like, this nigga sick. And then he was talking about Corey Holcomb, which I'm not Corey Holcomb's protector or nothing like that. So don't take it like that. But it's just the double talk. And the thing is like, you know, some niggas will say like, man, you know, bitches be lying sometimes. And bitches do be lying sometimes. Bitches be lying. Bitches be over exaggerating. Bitches even be threatening niggas and hitting on niggas and putting their hands on niggas and shit. I give you that. But the thing is, if you got 3 different bitches that's all saying you did this shit, and these is chicks that you didn't have real relationships with, some of them got babies with, I believe. And it's like, everybody's not going to make up a story like that about you. And these chicks didn't even know each other for real. So you got 3 separate accounts of bitches saying that you did this. And then your own account of you saying you also did this. So it's like, bro, this is what you do. You feel me? This is what you do. I can't put this on the women no more. And then the thing is, like, a smart nigga it'll only take one chick doing this shit before you don't get yourself in a position like that anymore. So say, you know, this happened and the chick provoked you, or she put her hands on you first and I'm just restraining her, or whatever the case may be. Okay, I give you that one. You know what I'm saying? But you should have never been involved with another chick like this or put yourself in a situation like that ever again. But you did it over and over again. And that's the thing about it with Joe Budden, with Joe Budden. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, and that was just beyond, because your child is involved, your unborn child, and you still didn't have no sense or wherewithal to refrain. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you lost your unborn child. Like, nigga, that's child abuse and domestic violence at the same time. And shit, I didn't have my own little situations, like, but I never have struck a chick. Like, I ain't never struck a chick or did nothing like what Joe Budden's talking about, but I done got us arguments with a bitch before. A chick act like she was gonna hit me before, you know what I'm saying? And then I went to restrain her, and then she started calling for help, so I let go of the chick. But then, you know, just people calling the police and shit like that. Like, nigga went through some little, you know, little run-in with the police, but I ain't never strike no chick, and I ain't never restrain her to the degree that Joe Budden talking about. So I grabbed her, then let her go. You know what I'm saying? Didn't choke her up or nothing like that. Like, nigga, I just realized she calling out like this, nigga. I need to go in and I need to chalk this shit up. So I let her go, nigga, and that was that. Police got called, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not acting like, you know, niggas don't make mistakes. In that case, that was a mistake on my part, just even entertaining the bullshit like that and get mad because the chick act like she was going to hit me with something. But, yeah, but never to this degree. I ain't never struck no chick. I ain't never choked no chick. I ain't never sat on no chick. The fucking sat on no chick's stomach or nothing like that. I held a chick up where she can't leave or nothing like that. Like, nah, I don't get down like that, bro. That's that whole button shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I had to call out the contradiction in it. And we see he got a huge platform. And it's no coincidence, man. You know what I'm saying? It's no coincidence that a nigga of this stature has a platform like that, because they know they forever got something over this nigga head. They like weirdo niggas like this to be the voice of reason to the people. You know what I'm saying? How's a nigga like this voice gonna commandeer so many viewers when he really don't got no fucking sense in his head? This nigga smoke crack and everything else, you know what I'm saying? But somehow got a huge platform podcast, you know what I'm saying? So it's not a coincidence. Just like we be doing the gematria or running the numbers on this shit. This shit is all orchestrated. You know what I'm saying? And they help use his voice to make P. Diddy look like what they wanted P. Diddy to look like. Not to say P. Diddy definitely did some shit that was terribly wrong. And just like Joe Budden did. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny how they'll excuse certain niggas from doing it. And then certain niggas, they pin to the cross. So that lets you know it's not fairness all across the board. It is a picking and choosing of who they want to do what, when. You see what I'm saying? And, you know, that's just what we calling out here in this instance right here with Joe Budden. So, you know, man, as always, man, it's a pleasure having y'all tune in. Y'all let me know your thoughts and everything in the comments, man. Body slam the comments, hit the hype button, hit the like button, all that shit. Hit that share if you dare, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah. As always, man, it's peace and love and light, wisdom and insight. DOA, putting shit together to the next episode, y'all. Peace.